Hi. I want to talk about something that's been in the press the last 2 days. Keira Knightley. Now, she is obviously a very, very, very famous British actress, and in recent days it's come about that she has accepted a part in an audiobook adaptation of Harry Potter. Excuse my voice, sorry. And for people like me and people that support trans people, as you know, the author of the Harry Potter books is J.K. Rowling. She is not a very nice person to people like me, and she has pretty openly bankrolled the kind of anti-trans movement in this country. There's no other way of putting it, and you know, it's all under the guise of fighting for women's rights, etc. But when you actually see what she posts online, it goes way beyond women's rights. And look, you know, I believe that there are certain sanctities and certain rights that a natural born woman could or should possibly have over trans women. But as you know, what's happened in this country this year since the Supreme Court judgment in April is that we are very much being demonised. You know, and listen, I'll do another vid, because in recent days there's been some positive news in that the guidelines that were put out after the Supreme Court ruling by the government's Human Rights, Equality and Human Rights Commission, they've been taken down because inherently, and actually the Commissioner for the European Human Rights Court has chimed in on it and said that it's actually illegal, and the government should not be endorsing such things because it is very, very discriminatory towards trans people. So a little bit of good news. But as I said, you know, J.K. Rowling sits in her castle wherever she is and makes it her mission to make the lives of people like me worse. And you know, as I've said before, I'm not trying to encroach on women's spaces, but I believe that trans people have a right to exist in the same way that we have for many, many, many years, way before people like this jumped on the bandwagon. So recently, you know, Rowling's even said that the new TV adaptation of Harry Potter is being done. All proceeds will go towards this Scottish women's rights group, which is a front for anti-trans. And she's actually said that part of the reason why she's doing it is to erase the films. And not that I've watched the films, I'm not a Harry Potter person, I'm a Star Wars person, as you know. But she is doing it to erase the films and have people think of new actors in these roles, because she doesn't like the fact that Daniel Radcliffe, what's her name? Can't think of her name. Who plays Hermione, and the ginger-haired lad again, who I can't remember, Rupert Grint. They all came out when her views first started getting a little bit radical, and they all came out in support of trans people. She don't like that, so she's actually spending her millions to make a new Harry Potter so that people forget about the people in the old roles. I mean, really? Christ. But anyway, they're also doing an audiobook, and some of the castings for this audiobook have been announced, and one of the people in the cast, don't know who she's playing, I don't care, is Keira Knightley. And she was in an interview the other day, which was originally reported in the written press, where the interviewer said, "Are you aware that you you know, by signing up to do a J.K. Rowling Harry Potter adaptation, it can potentially be perceived as, you know, damaging to trans people and non-solidarity to trans people or something like that. Which, you know, a great many celebrities have come out and said, I wouldn't touch anything that Rowling does now with a barge pole because I don't want to be associated with it. And Keira Knightley's reaction in the written word was, oh no, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. And then she said something like, I believe that we all need to find a way of living in harmony and blah, 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 blah. And that was what was in the written press. Well, yesterday I came across a video of this conversation and it would blow your mind. She sits there sneering like this, and you hear the lady say to her, you know, are you aware that this would you know, be considered anti-trans or something like that? And her reaction, I kid you not, was well, I wasn't aware of that, no. I mean, honestly, look it up. That's what she does. No, actually, she laughs after she says sorry. She went, no, I wasn't aware of that. Sorry. Honestly, it's got to be seen to be believed that someone that high profile can sit there and give that kind of reaction. And now, obviously, online you're getting, you know, people saying all the trans agenda are going to be coming for Keira Knightley. Da, da, da. Well, she's laughing and mocking the fact that this woman is trying to ruin the lives, Rowling, is trying to ruin the lives of a whole section of society just because she don't like them. So I implore you, look it up. Go on the other social media site that used to begin with T and now is owned by Elon Musk. Go on there and just type in Keira Knightley, and honestly, she's obviously another one that now, you know, I have a lot less time for. I didn't have a lot of time for her anyway, apart from the fact she's in one of my favourite films ever, Love Actually. And to be honest, I'm fucking glad that her and Rick from The Walking Dead didn't get together in that now. So up yours, Keira. And yeah, check out the clip. Laters.